Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more WWE 2k19 Universe Mode. I am BrendenPlayz, and this is NXT. Tonight, we're going to see Lars Sullivan go one-on-one against Velveteen Dream. Should be a big matchup here in our main event. Before we get there, speaking of main event, it is this week's main event. The Singh brothers will face the Ascension in tag team action. Bobby Lashley will go one-on-one with Harper. Should be a good contest between two big men right there. Kevin Owens is in action as well against Jason Jordan one-on-one. So our results, it will be the Ascension picking up the victory. Bobby Lashley gets a victory over Harper as well, and Kevin Owens gets a win over Jason Jordan. This week on NXT, 6-man tag team cruiserweight action. Ricochet, Mustafa Ali, Tyler Bate will take on Arya Daivari, Tony Nese, and Lio Rush. Big matchup there for our cruiserweights to get a bit of an idea of who's progressing ahead of the competition. Nikki Cross will take on Tanara Conti as well. We'll see Shane Thorne. He'll go one-on-one against Matt Riddle. We'll see if Matt Riddle can get his career underway here in NXT with a few victories under his belt. And speaking of getting their careers underway, Humberto Carrillo will take on Brian Kendrick. Cruiserweight action there as well. That'll be Carrillo's first match here in NXT. And this team hasn't had many matches either. The Forgotton Sons. Tonight, they get a chance to get spotlighted and featured. They'll take on Heavy Machinery. And Velveteen Dream, Lars Sullivan, the match we mentioned a moment ago. Should be a good one there between those guys. Ricochet, Mustafa Ali, and Tyler Bate pick up a win in 6-man tag team action. Nikki Cross gets a win over Conti. We'll see Matt Riddle pick up a much-needed victory for him over Shane Thorne. And Carrillo gets things underway with a victory here in the Cruiserweight division. Now, time for some tag team action. Let's get it underway tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to see the Forgotton Sons. First time we're going to spotlight them here in Universe Mode. And this is an interesting team indeed. So in the middle, it will be Jackson Riker. And on the left is Wesley Blake. And on the right, Steve Cutler. We'll see it in a moment. Better look there. There you go. So the Forgotton Sons are a team that has been formed together, full of guys that believe that, well, they've been forgotten about a little bit. You know, they've been underutilized and haven't really been in the mix as of late. But they're all coming together to try and change that immediately. We have seen quite a bit of Wesley Blake in the past, but Steve Cutler has had a couple of matches, and Jackson Riker, we haven't seen him yet, but I'm sure we're not too far away from seeing him in the ring. Wesley Blake, he's had 14 matches here in Universe Mode. He's only won one match. 1 win, 13 losses, 7% win ratio. Yeah, that's rough. That is very, very rough. So that pretty much tells the story of how his career has gone here in Universe Mode. Heavy Machinery, on the other hand, they're going a little bit better than that. They're currently sitting at 60% win ratio, which is quite healthy and pretty competitive among some of the best teams here in the division. So there'll be a tough team to beat here tonight, as we'll see Wesley Blake get things underway for his team. Bit of a high five before we start here for the Forgotton Sons, which is good to see some tag team chemistry and a bit of, well, good to know that they like each other. That's a start as we get things underway here. Otis Dozovic in there right now with Wesley Blake of the Forgotton Sons. And we're looking to explore who's the next best team here in NXT. And obviously we do have brand new tag team champions with the Viking Raiders picking up the victory, beating the Undisputed Era. And we know the Undisputed Era have been fantastic. We know that they dominated the tag team division for quite some time. But in doing so, they did defeat teams like Heavy Machinery, Mustache Mountain, and of course the Street Profits as well. And, you know, Denny Burch, Anya Lorcan, they're another team that's been in the mix a little bit as well as of late. So the Undisputed Era have kind of beaten some of the best teams there is to offer here in NXT. So we're looking to get a bit of an idea of where do these teams sit in the hierarchy. You know, there are teams like Heavy Machinery that we've seen in the mix. You know, are they better than a team like the Forgotton Sons? You know, they're better than the Street Profits. That's what we're looking to explore over the next few weeks, just to get a bit of a picture of where our teams sit currently in the division. Because at the moment, I'm not 100% sure what to really make of it. Or where do we currently sit? I don't exactly quite know. And it'd be interesting to see where we do sit and where we do go from here. But what I do know is that the Forgotton Sons This is only their second match as a team here in Universe Mode. Their first match was actually a loss, so that wasn't the start they were looking for. And this is a crucial matchup for them to try and get their careers underway. And as we said, Wesley Blake, 1 win, 13 losses. He could really use a win just to get a bit of confidence as well. We haven't seen Jackson Riker get in the ring, and I'm sure when we do, he's going to be a big player here in NXT. He's a big man, and he's got a lot of power, a lot of strength. But also, he's been around for a while now, so he's got a bit of experience in the ring that he can try and utilize to really lead this team. You know, he is the leader of this group. He is the main guy. And when you are the leader, you know, we've seen with many groups, the White Family, Sanity, to name a few, Undisputed Era, you know, the leader needs to set the example. They need to step up and really set the standard for the group. And sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. It's crucial that it happens, though. You know, we've seen in, you know, the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole being the NXT champion. Obviously, a huge standard has been set and really kind of setting the bar for the group. And of course, the tag team titles were there as well in their possession. You know, and we saw with Sanity, Eric Young couldn't quite get to the top of the list, you know, in terms of rankings, couldn't quite break through and win a championship to really motivate the other members of the group to do the same, and they never quite achieved that special success that we were perhaps hoping for. They were a great tag team and they had success there, but we just thought maybe they could do that a little bit more. And so it'll be very interesting to see where teams such as the Forgotton Sons do end up. You know, the tag team of Blake and Cutler, is that going to be the main force of the group, or will it be Jackson Riker being the main guy really breaking through, or will it be all combinations? That's going to be the real turning point if it is, because they could quite comfortably take over here in NXT. It really is there for the taking right now. Nice clothesline there by Cutler in the corner there. Dozovic has been, well, isolated a little bit here in the ring. He needs to try and get a tag to bring in Tucker Knight, because at the moment, it is the Forgotten Sons looking pretty good. And a win tonight will just get them on the map a little bit, and that's very crucial for them. As we said, not a lot of wins in the group to really boast about. In fact, you combine everybody's records together, there is only one win in the group, and it's, yeah, it makes for pretty grim viewing. Heavy Machinery would love another chance at the NXT Tag Team Championship. A match against Heavy Machinery versus the Viking Raiders. That would be a real joy to watch. Two big teams going at it. Plenty of size and plenty of weight in that ring. And that would be a very fun match to see as a back body drop. Down goes Cutler. Dozovic needs to try and get himself a tag, I feel, as, oh, what a right hand. Spun through, connected right on the jaw, and rocked him straight down to the canvas. Nicely executed there by Otis, and now a chance to get the tag, but is he going to go for it? I feel like he believes he's on a bit of a roll here, but that's been shut down there by Cutler, and that might be a turning point for Otis. That momentum swing being shut down immediately, and now shot to the next section here by Cutler. Neckbreaker! Beautifully connected with the neckbreaker, and that may be all. Taunting the crowd though. Not sure about that. And he's not done yet. Another stomp. He's going to line him up again. Otis has been in the ring for a long time. And now Cutler's going to pick him up and drive him straight head first into the mat. And now the referee will count to 3. And the Forgotten Sons have picked up their first win as a team. And that was a bit of a clinic. Isolating Dozovic for the majority of the match. I'm not even sure if Tucker got in here. It might have been all Otis the entire match. The Forgotten Sons, well, they had a strategy, and it worked to a T. They have picked up their first win as a team, and we can finally say they have arrived. They may not be forgotten anymore. We now know their names. We now know their purpose. And we now know they're in the mix for the Tag Team Championships. A fantastic victory tonight. And this group is just getting started here in NXT. A positive start indeed. Now, what will the future hold for this group? We are backstage with our NXT champion EC3. EC3, how does it feel to finally reach the pinnacle and become the NXT champion? Well, look, to be honest with you, I'd be lying if I said it was difficult. I haven't been here all that long, I haven't had that many matches, and I'm already the NXT champion. I've already reached the pinnacle, I've already done everything there is to do here at NXT in such a short period of time. I've already proven that I am the best there is in NXT. Now, a lot of people say that I won a fatal 4-way match and I didn't truly win the championship from the champion himself. And my response to that is I've beaten down Adam Cole on every single occasion we've had. I have proven to Adam Cole that I can take him down. And I'm happy for anybody who wants to step up to take this championship from me to come ahead and do it. Because if you have a problem with me, I'm right here. I'm ready to go, and I'm looking for an opponent at the next TakeOver event. Because I am box office. I know that I'm going to sell out that TakeOver special, and I want to make sure that I've got the right opponent for my first big championship defense. It needs to be a great opponent. It needs to be a special opponent. It needs to be box office. So, over the next few weeks, I want to see the best of the best. I want to know who is the right guy to face me because he needs to be special. He needs to be money. Because I can't let this be a lousy show. This is my big moment. I want to have my special moment. And I want to make sure that everybody in the world is watching to see me under the bright lights do what I do best, and that is prove to the world that I am in the top 1%. Ever so gracious and humble, that's EC3 for you. He's the new NXT champion, and he says he's on the lookout for a box office opponent. Well, look no further. The Velveteen Dream. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. This might be the man that could face EC3 at TakeOver in the coming weeks. Velveteen Dream. There is so much to like about this man. He is a special act, and he's full of charisma. He's eccentric. He's out there, and slightly controversial as well. But the fact is, you just gotta like the man. You know, he talks a big game, but he backs it up. He is a special talent, and most of all, he is still young and raring to go. He has got a lot of time up his sleeve, and he's already this good at this age. It is very, very exciting indeed. Tonight, though, my God, it's not going to be easy. Tonight will be perhaps the toughest of challenges that Velveteen Dream could face. Because Lars Sullivan, the freak, has been set on the loose, and he is looking for someone to take out his frustrations out on. Lars Sullivan, no secret, he's got a real hatred for Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era after Adam Cole defeated Lars Sullivan at a couple of takeovers ago. Kyle O'Reilly got himself involved and screwed Lars Sullivan out of his championship desires. Lars Sullivan has been on the outside looking in ever since, and now Lars is looking to make someone pay the price. Lars has been on a mission for a while, but he has made it no secret about it. He is coming for Adam Cole, and Adam Cole better be ready for Lars, but otherwise it will not be pretty. Alright, let's see this matchup now. We're underway as Lars just picks up Velveteen Dream and tosses him to the other side of the ring and immediately lets Velveteen know who the man is right now. Velveteen Dream matches up in Lars in terms of height. Both men certainly got that about them, that good reach and good length. And now Lars, though, certainly has the power game. And he has got a vice-like grip. He's got a claw that can just grab your face and crush it with those hands that he's got. Lars is such an impressive force, and I really enjoyed his rise. We talked about Lars a few months ago, and the fact that experience really played a part in a lot of his losses. He's gaining that experience, he's learning from those mistakes, and he's learning the game that is NXT. And when I say that, he's learning the politics and the shenanigans that happens, and that Adam Cole finding a way, cheating his way to a victory at Lars Sullivan's expense. Lars, obviously thinking he's going to get a fair opportunity, obviously thinking he's going to get his rightful match and his best chance to potentially become NXT champion. Well, he did, until Kyle O'Reilly got himself involved. Lars had to learn the hard way. Nicely executed there. Had to learn the hard way about what it is to be at the top of NXT. It's not always straightforward. It's not always fair. And Lars learned that in that match against Adam Cole. And Lars, as I said, has been on a warpath to try and rectify the situation. Nice slam again there by Lars. And he, at the moment, is taking it all that out here on Velveteen Dream. So Sullivan has his eyes on Adam Cole, but I'm not sure if he has his eyes set on EC3. You know, we heard from EC3 a moment ago. You know, EC3 is looking for an opponent, and Lars Sullivan would be perfect for EC3 as well. But I'm not so sure that Lars is so focused on that yet. You know, obviously he wants to be NXT champion, but it seems as though Adam Cole might be his primary suspect rather than pursuing the championship. But of course, if he can get his hands on Adam Cole the next couple of weeks and prove himself worthy, he might still be able to do both in the short term. So let's keep an eye out for Lars. You know, shifting gears over to Velveteen Dream. We mentioned him a moment ago, but Velveteen Dream, whilst he's so talented, whilst he's got so much potential, he's lacked a little bit of consistency. He's about a 59% win ratio, which is very good as, the referee gets bowled over there as Velveteen Dream missing the splash in the corner. Now Lars grabs a hold of Dream and now looking to apply the pressure on the shoulders of Dream and just kind of really using those hands and gripping it right around the shoulders and crushing it. Velveteen Dream in a bit of trouble. So, you know, just going back to Velveteen Dream, you know, we mentioned he's got about a 59% win ratio, which is very good. And that is good enough to be a top guy here in NXT, but what it does say is he hasn't been a standout. There's been other guys, as we said, EC3, who's been a little bit better, 75%. You know, Aleister Black, he's been very, very tough and very, very competitive as well, about 65% as well. So those guys have been that one little step above Velveteen Dream, and it's been one of the reasons why we haven't seen him in the title mix all that much. So Velveteen Dream still has that little bit to prove. A win tonight over Lars might just get himself in that box office position that EC3 is looking out for. And we talked about EC3, and he mentioned it as well earlier on when he was speaking. Basically said, hey, I know a lot of people believe that I'm a little lucky that I won a Fatal 4-Way, and I never actually beat the champion himself. But, you know, to EC3's credit, he took advantage. It's a Fatal 4-Way. You know, no matter what, no matter who you pin, you become the champion. It's not his fault he didn't pin the NXT champion. But EC3, as he said, you know, he's willing to fight anybody that wants to try to step up and prove that he's not worthy of that championship. And if that is Adam Cole, which I'm sure Adam Cole would love a rematch, then that will be EC3's biggest test. And the turning point, perhaps, is a nice powerbomb there from Lars, who seems to be in control of this match. Every time Velveteen looks to get himself going a little bit, Lars is able to shut it down with his brute strength and power. And that's a concern for Velveteen Dream at the moment, who's just getting ragdoll around the ring. Lars Sullivan in control. Now the cover. Maybe it hit for Velveteen. He'll kick out. Other guys we've been hearing about is Johnny Gargano potentially stepping up away from the Cruiserweight division, heading into the NXT Championship. He might be having an eye on that. Maybe even the Cruiserweight Champion himself, Tommaso Ciampa, potentially throwing his name out there. You know, there's a lot of guys on the roster at the moment that love an opportunity. We talked about Jackson Riker a moment ago in that tag team match. Well, you know, he believes he's good enough to be in the mix. We haven't seen him in the ring yet, so we can't really say yes or no, but he might be a guy in the future to keep an eye out for. Andrade, he's been very impressive as well. Bit of a comeback scenario for him. So a lot of guys. Matt Riddle picked up a victory earlier on. He's now got 3 victories in a row here in NXT. Kicked out there by Velveteen. So Matt Riddle's also making a bit of a splash as well on the side. So there's a few guys right now in NXT we've got to keep an eye on. As Lars Sullivan with a knee right into Velveteen Dream, raking into the spine area there as, oh God, Lars is going over the top. Not sure about this one, Lars. What's he got planned? Oh, the diving headbutt landing down on Velveteen Dream, and that may be it. But as you can see, Lars just feeling the effects of this match that little bit. It may have cost him some time. And Velveteen Dream able to recover and find the counter. Yep, definitely a missed chance there for Lars. But grabs a hold of him, picks him up, and the powerbomb. But back down to a knee again. Lars clearly feeling the effects on this match so far. And Lars, here we go. Oh, drop toe hold, missing out on another chance there. And that's what Lars can do. He does have those mistakes about him. And, you know, whilst he is getting better every time we see him, there still is some kinks about him, and he needs to try and find ways to shut them down. As Velveteen Dream, crossbody off the second. That was incredible, but this may be even more. And now Velveteen heads to the top. What can he produce? The elbow! Flying elbow off the top. Velveteen Dream's going to do it. And Lars gets the shoulder up, and Velveteen Dream is in shock. And so am I. Not many guys kicking that beautiful elbow drop. It is a thing of beauty. And now the Thez press, right hand's coming the way of Lars Sullivan, right in the chin. Velveteen Dream thought maybe he had the freak beat, but now all of a sudden he's got to go back to the drawing board. I think that what we really need to see from Velveteen Dream is a bit more lead-up work. He kind of hit that elbow out of nowhere after being spent majority of the match just trying to defend and trying just to stay in it. Velveteen Dream is really taken a beating from Lars, so whilst he hit the elbow, he hasn't really done a lot of offense in before that. And oh, STO from Lars Sullivan shutting down Velveteen Dream immediately there. And Lars now gets him back in the middle of the ring, and Lars, oh god, there is the freak show from Lars. A huge slam, spins him around, slams him to the canvas, and gets the 1-2-3. Lars Sullivan, another impressive win, and able to kick out of the flying elbow, picks up Velveteen Dream, and slams him into a new oblivion. Lars Sullivan just driving Velveteen into the canvas, and Velveteen Dream misses out again tonight. This was potentially his moment to prove that he was the box office attraction that EC3 is looking for at TakeOver. But it won't be him. But it could be Lars Sullivan. But as we know, Adam Cole seems to be his focus. So if it's not Lars, then who's it going to be? I tell you what, Lars would be a tremendous NXT champion, and Lars versus EC3, that is box office in my opinion. Those two men, two big guys fighting it out, would be a real sight to see. Lars is on a roll. The last couple of months for Lars has been incredible. He's truly rising to the top, but will it culminate with a championship around his waist? Time will tell. Still a little bit more to prove from Lars, but he's enjoying the fan support that he's been getting as of late. And tonight, Lars Sullivan picks up a crucial victory to keep the momentum going for himself. He's looking the goods at the moment, Lars. And I really believe big things are coming his way. And oh no, speaking of big things! There is a kendo stick right into the midsection. Adam Cole, where the hell did he come from? He came from the crowd, I think. Bringing a kendo stick in, and now here comes the brawl. Well, Adam Cole has heard that Lars Sullivan wants a piece of him, and he's coming out to get to the brink of it early. He wants the first strike. And Adam Cole and Lars Sullivan going after one another. DDT by Cole. And Cole rocked a little bit there from the strikes by Lars. Now grabs the kendo stick again. Oh my goodness. Another shot into the back. Adam Cole is just teeing off again. Adam Cole doing the damage at the moment on Lars Sullivan. And now Adam Cole drives the knee into the skull. He might be looking to put the finishing touches on Lars here. Shot down to the knee. And now the big kick right to the skull. And that is a shiner right there for Lars Sullivan. Adam Cole, the former NXT champion. It's so strange to see him without a title. But that's the grim reality for Adam Cole, who's taking it out on Lars Sullivan right now. Sullivan wanted to fight. He wanted a piece of Adam Cole. And be careful what you wish for. The NXT champion of the past has arrived and has taken back this ring. A ring that he has dominated for about a year in NXT. And Lars Sullivan called him out. And Adam Cole accepted that challenge. As he celebrates in the ring right now, taunting away as, oh no, Lars is trying to get up. Lars Sullivan will not stay down, will not quit. And Adam Cole grabs that kendo stick and just watches and waits for Lars to try and get up. And one more strike. Lars sent back down. And Adam Cole has sent the ultimate message. That's all we have time for this edition of Universe Mode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe. Cole sends a huge message here tonight. Check out BrendenPlayz.com for more. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next episode.